And we're back on the Sleepless Pod.
We're back, baby.
We're back. That's right, Robin. We're back. And this week, we have another interview lined up. We have Santi and Viv from Techno Dates. And then we have local DJ legend Meg.
Not a legend. Yes. In the making.
Yes. In the making. So just to get going, guys, I don't know, Meg and Santi, do you want to tell us a bit about Techno Dates? What you guys do with Techno Dates?
You should talk first because you start Techno Dates.
Okay. Yes, yes, Techno Dates has been our thing for the last 3 years, I believe. We have been working towards creating a platform that opens space for community information regarding what is going on in the city, helping and supporting small event producers as well as big event producers. The goal is just trying to, to connect with the local community and give our grain of sand, because everyone is giving their grain of sand in order to make Toronto bigger and bigger over time. So yes, I think we start maybe just posting the parties that were going on every week. Then we try to start connecting with other promoters, other artists. We get invited to other parties. We also start listening to different styles that you can see all around the scene. We never wanted to get stuck in like one genre,
right?
Because we might have a genre that we like most than the others, but still the community is about diversity and about that you are open to listen whatever you like, and you also are responsible of respecting other people.
And did you see something similar in it's Colombia? You guys are from originally, right?
Yeah.
Did you see a similar Techno Dates thing to where you were in Colombia and thought you'd do that over here, or
that's exactly what we did?
Yeah,
that's exactly what
that's where it came from. And then I guess from you, so you said Techno Dates was 3 years ago. Was that when you guys first came to Canada as well, or were you guys here a bit before that?
It was like a year later.
Yeah, a year later of coming.
Okay.
I will say. And we saw the same thing in Colombia.
Yeah.
Something that I'm very proud of, because in Colombia, and especially in Bogota, where I'm coming from, I think people in there look forward, create different tools in order to, be bigger. And
right.
You can see now many artists from Colombia touring around the world, big parties going on in there. So I think, and I feel good that, we could learn many things from there, and we can bring those things that we know that they are necessary for a scene to grow.
Right.
And we can bring these ideas here, as well as many other people bringing ideas from all around the world. But that's what creates, strongest scene. And
yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, really give something to the community. And Meg, is that when you met Viv and Santi, like through Techno Dates, or did you meet them at raves or parties, or?
Definitely wasn't at a party. I think I was connecting with them the first time back in October 22, when I had my first event kind of getting back into the scene, which was Spencer Dunning, Barbosa, and then Shelly Johansson. I was working with a few people on that one, and then I reached out to them if they could promote for it. That was at Wiggle Room, but we never actually met. I don't think we met at that party. I think probably the fall at Supermarket. Yeah.
No, it was in the summer, for the event that we did in the park. Do you remember?
on Warden.
in Warden that you never got to play? That was
No,
we didn't
Like we didn't.
no, but I don't think I met you guys at that event.
Like we.
Because I was there for maybe
didn't-
45 minutes. Set times got switched around, and then the cops came.
Like we just say hi
And my
to each other.
instinct is
but-
like, run.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we didn't have to run. The cops were super nice about that one.
No, it was super nice. Like that's the best, shut off of an event that
Yeah.
the cops can do ever. Like they were so nice.
Yeah, it's not like back in my day when it was run, run, empty your pockets and run.
I don't know what you did back in your day. So
Danger, excitement.
So, Meg, on that, I guess, yeah. So, the Toronto scene's come a long way in the last couple of years. Then, has it?
I mean, it's come a long way in terms of techno.
Right.
It's more so like Toronto's been a very heavy tech house city for decades now. Tech house, I mean, trance, big room
Right.
was kind of the big thing when I first came into the scene around 2008. Like I'm a trance kid to begin with. Tiesto, Armin.
Shout
You
out
would find
Tiesto.
me Jesus hands in the air at every one of those events in Toronto. But techno was kind of always like a not really, you couldn't find it at bigger clubs. You couldn't find them at too many clubs except for maybe Footwork back in the day. And that's where I think I got kind of my first taste into the dungeon life of techno was Footwork. They would bring artists like Paul Rich, Nicole Mudaber, Adam Bayer, like all the heavy hitters now playing in what was the capacity? I want to say maybe 300. So pretty small for these guys back then.
Still pretty decent.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah.
It was like that club was a vibe. Like that's the club that really
Where was that in the city?
actually close to here. So
Oh.
it was King and Brant, basically.
Okay.
You go down an alleyway and then there she is.
What's there now? Is it condos?
Probably.
I think the building is still there. I just don't know what's actually in that space now.
Okay.
It could just be
The alley's still there.
space.
the alley's still there.
The alley's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they've actually torn anything down, but like I don't think. Maybe there's an after hours or something there. It's hard to say.
Do you find that it's growing, like that Toronto's club scene has, like there's less clubs or there's just as many clubs as there was before? Because I mean, Tom and I didn't grow up in Toronto, so it would be great to hear like
Yeah.
what you've seen.
I would say it's more just different.
Okay.
Different.
So
In a
back
good
then,
way? In a good way? Different?
different in good ways, different in maybe not so good ways.
Right.
It's hard to kind of say where like the balance is. So back then, to me, it felt like there was more clubs, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's probably just the same amount, if not more now. It's just back then we had government. So government was the city's big mega club that we had. It had the rooftop. How many rooms was inside? It was like 7 different rooms.
Wow.
Wow.
It
And where was
was
that? Where
it
was
was
that located?
amazing. So that was Jarvis and Lakeshore. So close to where
Okay.
the LCBO building is. They put up condos.
Right. Typical.
Yeah. I mean, so and then that was the birth of Rebel. Once they shut that down, is they turned Sound Academy into Rebel, and what was at Cabana, it was called the Docks before.
Okay.
So same concept, outdoor parties. They had the pool. They didn't really. They made it like a lot bougier. That is now that it's Cabana and like
Right.
bottle service and full ink touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, the docks was a good time too because you'd go on a boat cruise and you go right to the docks for the after party.
Oh, that's fun. That is fun.
Yeah, I mean that's also a big thing that's different in the scene now too. Is back in kind of like that 2009 to when did they even stop? Maybe 14, 15 era. That in the summer there's pretty much a boat cruise almost every Sunday, every other Sunday, and
Wow.
they were wild. So you would have maybe Green Velvet doing a boat cruise
Oh, wow.
from like 12 to 5 on a Sunday. Chusin Sabalos, Victor Calderon, they were a good time. Plus there were some local ones.
Wow.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I don't really remember. I don't remember hearing about any
Oh,
of
they've
them.
been kind of dead for a while. Now you can get like 1 or 2 in the summer on the Kajama, but if that, it's kind
Very,
of sad.
very big in Vancouver now in the
Oh,
summer.
Boat cruises, yeah.
Cruises.
Cruises,
Oh,
yeah,
I should say,
everyone.
Robin's based in Vancouver.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
I
Like,
know
Oh, you
From
didn't know that?
When?
Oh,
From
I've
when?
yeah, I've been based here since 2020. So when we were setting up Sleepless, I was actually flying back and forth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, the plan is to still go. I still plan to go over more. I just actually I have an operation coming up, so I'll be a bit delayed. But I plan to start coming over again in August. And then I think, we've talked about it before, Tom and I, but if we can get Sleepless coast to coast, that's the dream, really.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, worldwide, right?
Yeah, worldwide.
Spread your wings.
Yeah.
Supported 100%. Maybe we start like Techno Dates Vancouver too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Techno
for
Dates,
sure.
yeah, we can all expand together.
We can all expand for sure.
That's true. And how is in Vancouver? Like
So,
the
yeah,
scene?
I think there's probably a handful of underground people really, really like trying to bring the scene up. But Vancouver isn't known for its nightlife, and I don't understand why. Because yes, you can do nature, but you can still have a great nightlife. We touched upon it there. Like the clubs here mainly are like there's a couple of clubs like celebrities, they get in DJs, but the issue is a lot of the DJs, it's like a whistle stop tour. So it's like, oh, I'm in Seattle, so I'll go up on a Sunday. It's always weird times, or a big DJ might go to Whistler, but it's like again après ski, so it's a very different vibe again. So there's a couple of collectives really trying to bring it up, like techno, and there's it's kind of like what they do with the Comfort Zone, where it's kind of like a dance hall kind of a thing, but it's not officially like a club
Like
or
a
any.
club,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's a few of those popping up.
But
Because
like,
Vancouver has Gorgomish,
Yes,
right?
Gorgomish.
And Gorgomish has like the same kind of infamy as Comfort Zone
Yeah.
Yeah.
does here, just not on the same
Level.
scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gorgomish is
It's
pretty
great.
well known in terms of like the underground sound. It's
And-
it's a very specific sound that's played there.
Right. And is Van Tech, is that a club or a promoter or both?
They
Organizers.
yeah,
They're
they're
organisers.
organizers, but they actually have a
Collective.
venue
Yeah.
now. They have a venue.
Yeah, because
and
I
in
thought
the
I saw
su-
that they had a venue. So.
Yeah, they have a venue now, and in the summer now they're doing more kind of like outdoor parties and stuff, and like they're fabulous. Like what they're trying to do is really great. I just wish there was more of that. One of the things that I was so impressed about was when Tom and I were setting up Sleepless. I went to one of the community events in the supermarket. And yeah, it was just like, this is amazing. Like there is a place here where people can come in on a Thursday, hear new artists, and artists can actually grow there. And, I wish that was something that existed in Vancouver. I'm sure it does in some shape or form. Maybe I just don't know about it yet. But yeah, no, I think props to you guys for sure. Like if that could just exist within Vancouver ecosystem, I think it would do amazing as well.
So how did you guys like start? When did that night start? The Thursday night?
So the community
Market.
events, they actually started in April. Wow.
whoa,
August.
whoa.
August 3rd of this past year.
Okay.
And basically it came out of there wasn't any events booked. It was looking a little bit slim. And I kind of just started putting a few thoughts together of like what I could make happen in that space, because I know it's typically a band venue. Our sound system is great.
Yeah.
So just even setting up DJ gear, it's pretty much just 2 XLRs, extending it. So I already started wrapping my brain around how to make a quick setup there. Through trial and error, even with like sound, projectors, and a few things, then it kind of became what it is now. So originally,
And thanks for your controller as well. because
yeah, and I bring in my gear. That was kind of like the helpful part. So there was no rentals. It was basically just a lot of like labor of love at the beginning
Right.
of figuring out what's going to work. And for me, just trying to, like you said, kind of create a space where people can grow as artists, like showcase like what you actually play. Because the thing is, like I keep telling people, is we don't actually know what some of our local DJs play, right?
Right.
They're always hugging a sound of an international, whether it's an opening, closing, direct support at some point. It's hard to even kind of gauge some of our artists that are amazing, that are producing, that are able, that have maybe almost a complete opposite sound to some of the internationals that they're playing with. And I think we just needed some space to really showcase that. Like everybody play like their fucking headliner set and like rip it.
It's
Like
your
people
chance to-
say, oh, what time am I playing? Maybe I go easier. I'm like, no,
Just go
no.
for it.
Rip it. Like rip it. We're here for it.
Another big issue is like, especially as some like an artist trying to make it, is sometimes it's like, oh well, what's your pull? Like, who are you bringing into the club for me? And now you don't have to
Exactly.
worry about that, and that's amazing because that's really so hard to do. Because yes, I understand event producers; they're trying to obviously cover costs, but that also comes now. You're losing out on so many artists because they're not actually outward or
pulling people.
pulling people.
But it's not just about that. The thing is that in every country you can see that you need to support your local scene, because any of the big artists, they were local ones. So you need to support your local. And when Meg started doing these events, we thought that it was an amazing idea. Like people can go and practice, and they can go and be themselves. They don't need to go for, okay, I'm going to play with this DJ, so I need to modify my sound. No, I understand that a DJ need to be versatile, and I love that. But you also need to be true to yourself.
Right.
And they can do it at supermarket, and they just can be themselves, and they can play, and they can try new things, and they can fail and do it again, and there is no one there judging them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they can, because you don't learn by someone telling you how to do it. You learn by practicing,
Exactly.
like by doing.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's something that it's really amazing, and seeing all these people getting together in a place, it's amazing. Like it's truly amazing to see it.
And inspiring.
Inspiring.
On it.
Yeah, I think with like these events, what I've seen, or like not seen, but like heard more so, because I'm always listening to everyone playing, even if I'm behind the bar or fucked off somewhere else within the venue, I'm always listening to the sets. And not for some reason, I think it's because like low pressure, we have like real ravers coming out, people that are there for the music, the community, to like actually meet people, to connect. And honestly, I've heard some of the craziest sets ever there. Like, sounds like I haven't heard some DJs play in forever.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
Empty Shell, Roderick, even Venus and Foil. Whew. And then it's the locals that are brand new DJs coming in, and their sets and their talent. Wow.
Yeah.
It's really impressive to see, like, just even the passion among like the younger guys and
And
gals coming in.
It's like you're just hanging around, and suddenly you say like, wait.
What is going on?
What is going on? Yes. What's happening here? Because I didn't realize. And then you go and see who's playing, and you say, wow. And you can see how they are, like, they're advanced, like how they started and how they are now. Like, there are a couple DJs, they are already playing gigs and everything. So it's amazing because they start there, and now they are playing with big DJs. So and they are like improving their skills. They are improving their sound. That's amazing. That's what you are looking for, a community, for the scene. Like you were talking now about, like, Vancouver is not well known, because of the night scene. It's in Toronto. Toronto is not either. Like, we are not in the map,
No.
and we should be, because we are well located and everything, and we have like New York and everything, but we are not in the map. People don't come here because, the amazing parties in Toronto. No, they don't come here for that. But they should, and that's what we would like to get to.
Yeah, well, I think that's why it's nice being part of the community in this moment. You can sort of see it. I would say it's thriving at the minute. Definitely seeing it growing.
Yeah.
And then events like this are just great to get so that local talent as a place to shine. So I wanted to ask actually. So the format for the night. I know you guys sort of do. First half sort of, like, would you call it open deck format?
Yeah,
First half of the
I
night?
mean, it's open decks in the sense of like anybody can reach out to sign up. I'll kind of pick around and not pick, but like pick not the pick is actually a terrible word for it. I'll kind of interview the person like a little bit in terms of like once they DM me or they talk to me in person, just ask them about their experience. If there's somebody legit that has never touched decks or DJ'd a day in their life, doesn't even know what record box is, then I'll bring them in earlier, myself, Sebastian, any one of us that are there, we'll get them oriented and kind of work with them too to get them a little bit more skills, because there's honestly so many people out there that have never DJ'd before but want to learn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of two ways, right? So we're trying to teach more skills, just be a place where people can feel comfortable to learn, that it's also free, which is a big thing too.
Yes.
And
there are
then
cheap drinks.
and then the first part is just like the 30-minute open deck spots. But originally when I first started doing the event, that wasn't part of it. So
Okay.
from August to December, I think the second round of events we started in January, I was just bringing in like local artists. Like the very first one was myself, B Format, and Justin Woon. And then we just put on like this free event. The pay what you can was not even at the door, it's just free. Come in, check out some artists. And then I was just making small lineups from there of like locals to showcase. And then those kept growing a little bit more. And then it kind of dawned on me, like, why don't we do open decks? Because so
Right.
many people keep asking to DJ. So a few more spots. And yeah, it's kind of grown into this little baby of all the babies.
All the babies.
All the baby of the babies. Yeah.
All the baby DJs.
And then it depends on the night from like 10 to 2. If somebody wants to play a little bit longer set, I'll kind of tweak things around, maybe an hour set, 2-hour set,
Yeah.
feed some of the open deckers into the hour spots once they're ready, which I've done for quite a few because damn,
Yeah.
like
Well, that's great.
Like
It's
some
like
of them are actually like
you have a
fucking
chance.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all everyone needs is just a chance, right? So it's
Yeah.
great to have that. And I guess I think we've already announced this, but yeah, no, we're great. We're really happy that we're able to sponsor this event now and be able to, get involved too, and just support the community even more through what you guys are doing. And yeah, I think we did already announce the competition we'd be doing weekly, haven't we?
Meg did
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yes.
it's on the post. It
Yeah.
tells everybody that you guys are going to be sponsoring the events.
Yeah.
So basically, just for everybody out there, are you listening?
Listen
Are
up.
you listening?
So every Thursday we'll be doing a raffle. So all somebody has to do is come in, scan a QR code. They're instantly put into the raffle. It could be DJ, audience, whoever is there, and there'll be one winner picked every night. They'll win an hour spot here at the studio. And what we've done as well, if it is somebody that's in that like very green baby DJ mode, or even like some of the guys that want to learn something.
We can help.
Yeah, so we'll come in, we'll kind of schedule a time with them too, whether it's a straight up DJ 101 or if it's maybe something with production like Santiago can come in with them.
Yeah.
And then, kind of just get everyone started. And I think this is a great opportunity for this with this studio space and like the collaboration to give some of like the DJs, the locals in the scene, that next kind of step up beyond just okay, you're confident playing in this venue, let's get you in the studio, let's work on sets, work on like the little pieces and not just the pure hectic chaos of the event space.
The goal, I believe, when we create community is also creating spaces out of the nightlife, as we were talking last time, creating spaces out of the nightlife, out of the alcohol or weed, whatever, like try to focus on actually improving your skills, on actually getting some things done, because that's the base of, of bringing artists to the next level, because many artists, and I have met many artists, back home in the States here, that artists need to, like in this in the scene and in the nightlife, you need to be disciplined, or you need to also be surround yourself by people who actually want you to be better,
Right.
rather than just people that want
The
to be
vibe.
with you, yeah, for the vibe, and that's
Yeah.
it. So creating these spaces, and okay, let's actually get out of the party. There is a studio. We can come here, even maybe in the future we can start a gathering here
Yeah.
that people just
Workshops.
chilling out
Yeah, yeah.
here,
Yeah.
getting some things done. Like that's the actual goal of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when we were talking about the studio, just people walking around, what is going on in this
Yeah.
here and there,
Collaborating.
yeah, collaborating.
Yeah.
Or like,
that,
creating a platform from somebody, getting them outside of the bedroom and the controller to actually practicing on, proper equipment, and then, having
and surrounding by
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
supporting them making, let's say, a track. Okay, I've got the DJ stuff. Now you've got to learn how to make your sound. Now, okay, we've got a photography studio. We can do some press shots for you. And we're building these artists up and creating an environment where people can thrive.
Yeah, because I think we also talked about before on a previous episode. Like before I even remember, like the first time I used CDJs, like never touched one before, was at an actual gig, and I had to learn on the fly
Mhm.
how to use this thing.
Yes.
And now I guess with like Sleepless and like the community nights, like now like have a proper no pressure spaces to sort of like
Mhm.
get to touch that like gig level equipment, without doing it for the first time
Yes.
live.
But I mean, like the technology now has made it a
Oh,
lot
that's
easier
true
to go
as
from
well.
bedroom to
Yeah.
club
Yeah.
gear. It's not. I mean, as much as I hate it, like you can sync your set. You can. there's many
Sherlock
tools that like you're gonna be walking into in most clubs, depending what gear it is, that it's gonna be a smooth transition.
Right.
Like what I found more so with like the bedroom DJs coming in to play in front of a crowd or like a loud as fuck sound system is like the confidence part.
Yeah.
Like just the confidence to be in front of people now playing your music, the confidence in your track selection, the confidence in like your vibe behind the decks, and how to like move on from a mistake that you made.
Yeah.
Say you just train wrecked, how are you going to move past that in your set and
Right.
not
Yes, because
like we got to just roll with it, and like
Yeah.
teaching that part, it's like it's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody fucks up.
Yeah.
You just have to keep going with
Just go
it.
with
So
it, own
like
it.
it's a lot of head game too, and like just getting like the young ones or like the newer ones. They're not always young,
Yeah.
but like, they're always just like babies. But like just getting that confidence there of just keep doing it. Just
Yeah.
because this set wasn't great, keep doing it. Like keep practicing, keep your track selection coming up, build your library, build your skills. You love it, keep doing it.
And
Like,
also,
that's it.
I think that when DJs are playing a set and they make a mistake or something bad, I think it's very important for the crowd, at least in supermarket, that you can do those things, and you can, when you're DJing and you fucked up something, you're gonna feel bad. I fuck it up and nothing is sounding good or whatever. Like in supermarket, no one is gonna blame you or say something bad about you. You can even in the same set just feel as comfortable,
Yeah.
as good as if you have never done anything wrong or haven't done any mistakes. So I think that's good, because especially in any moment of my life, I felt press. Yeah, that's the word. I felt the pressure of, people, looking at my mistakes or whatever the reason is. But it is good that, because I have played supermarket, and we all I just feel in there that I can just experiment.
Yeah.
When I go to other gigs, it's like I need to be a little bit more sticking to the plan kind of thing. But in supermarket, like we are just missing more decks. That's
You want more?
we have 2 decks.
It's just the two on
You're
the,
just
on the
saying
controller.
like we
Yeah.
are missing more. Can
Wink,
you hear
wink.
me?
Nudge, nudge.
Actually, last time, Xela, he brought
He brought his 303.
the
Yeah.
303, like, I mean, for me that was mind blowing, like uh, actually people having the chance to experiment and go beyond just two tracks. And actually I actually want to start anytime soon to experiment with other gear,
Yeah.
to see what can come out of it. But yeah, I just think that space was like, in my opinion, I don't know if this was something that happened anytime in Toronto, but I believe that space is necessary for people to feel relaxed and feel comfortable playing, even if they are new.
Yeah, like the thing with the space is it's unique more so in the sense because it's a band venue traditionally, right? It's a
Right.
band venue or like comedy show, like anything you can put on a stage in front of people, you can put it there. So to me, like the craziest show was Lukoya when he did his techno metal
I was going to ask about
live
that, actually.
set, and like
Yeah.
that kind of shows the versatility of the space even more. Of like,
Right.
okay, we can do some metal, we can set up different instruments, we can have a full live aspect, we can still have our boiler room feel on the floor.
Yeah.
But that was probably one of the coolest nights that
Yes.
has happened so far, and just really showed like techno is it's not just decks,
Yeah.
it's everything. There's so many possibilities with music, right? So it just depends on the person, their skill, or how creative they want to be. But also, you don't need to shred techno metal to be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Correct.
Lukoya is special.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So I guess what was your process then on setting up the venue for? I know at the minute, you sort of, from what I remember, there's a stage at the back, and then the booth is slightly off the stage, right?
So yeah, setting the booth up on the floor was trial and error. Originally, I had the booth set up on the stage.
Okay.
And that was the first night. It was even when I was DJing, I was like, I can't hear shit. Like no booth monitor. I mean, you can't hear really shit on the floor either.
True.
But it's a better vibe because I kind of just got into my mind of like, okay, I can bring the front stand that we take cover at to the back. It's kind of a perfect height except for little shorties, sorry pocket demons, to have a booth. And I just kept visioning boiler room, everybody close to the DJ.
Yeah. In and
Like
around.
just giving very intimate vibes of
Sweaty.
like we're right there with you, doesn't matter what you do, and it's like really in your face, which is almost more pressure sometimes than a big club. But just the energy that was created from bringing the booth from the stage to the floor, unmatched. And yeah, so basically from the stage, it was pretty meh. And then I had like there was a couple of events where I was trying the projector down. There was one where like one of the tops wasn't even working. There was definitely some trial and error situations with it, but we've kind of, I think, got it down to like a little bit of a science in terms of setup now, and it's just doing a little bit more each time, vibing a little differently, lighting, whatever, kind of for the night.
So if I said to you at the end of the year, you can have the community is exactly as you want it to be, where would you see the community in a year? Like your dream?
I mean, to me, like, just keep growing it in the sense of like just being this hub where anybody new in the scene, whether you're a DJ, new just to the rave community whatsoever, and maybe a little bit of hesitant to go to a warehouse party either by yourself or just with a couple friends, like it's that little bit of like safety part of it too, just to have this space where anybody can feel they know they can go there.
Yeah.
You know, you can get a taste of what's happening. For new DJs or new artists, they can come through, know that they'll have an opportunity to network, work on skills, and just being like this really nice hub for people to always come to.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I would love to see like heavy boiler room vibes in the back though.
Nice.
Like
Onwards and
really
upwards,
fucked
yeah.
up boiler room vibes.
Yeah.
Like people
Sweaty.
hanging off the fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
There are a couple of dates.
If
that
Vivi will
it's
be
been-
you.
There are a couple of dates like that.
There have been.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. Here's to many more.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the fun part of it. Of like, you have this dive bar in the front,
Right.
and then we shut the doors, and it's a pure fucking rave in the back. It's just like this.
It does give an element of like Alice going into the closet vibe, you know, when like
Legit, yeah.
you just see you go in and there's just smoke and lights and people dancing around, and then you can come out and grab your beer and then go
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
It's a portal.
Yeah, it is. It
Just a
does feel
vortex.
a portal to banging techno.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's a thing. Like on the community aspect too. So we've kind of like talked about the DJ part, but I have like the other side of the project of I wanted to make a space to bring the people together. Like not just you don't have to be a DJ or any of this bullshit, but you're just somebody that goes out to raves. You want to feel what like the real plur shit is again, like peace, love, unity, respect. This is the space for it.
Yeah.
It's
And
nice.
just like have a place where you can actually feel connected to the organizers, to the people,
Yeah.
to the DJs even. Like they're not some unaccessible human being.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're not hiding in
my
the green
local
room.
hero.
Yeah.
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 I cannot speak to you.
Yeah, not hiding in the green room.
Yeah,
They're
like you
there.
can actually
Yeah.
speak to them after their set, before it, hang out for
Yeah.
a little bit, talk to them, talk to other promoters, organizers.
It's
and
like a
just
safe
feel
space, actually.
like
Yeah.
you know somebody. Like
Right.
even there's been a bunch of people that have messaged me asking if they come by themselves, if they'll be okay, and I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you already know me. I'll be there behind the bar. You need a few minutes, come chat with me. I always have too much to say.
Oh, believe me, the only thing you need is to know Meg. After that, you will be safe. And you will feel safe. Like, actually, it's a safe space. Like, you can...
It is a safe.
It is
It's a
it
very
is a
safe space. As much as like we kind of roll more on just like on. I don't want to say honor system, but like just pure respect. Like I'm gonna respect everybody that's at this event. I'm gonna just expect that back, and we all respect the space because we all want to see it keep growing and
Right.
moving in this direction.
And in other case, she has a knife behind the bar. Whoever wants to fuck with her.
But I think that rings true because when we were there, I remember seeing this older gentleman. He probably was in his late 50s, maybe early 60s. And he was just sitting back enjoying the night, you know, and that was just nice to see, you know, somebody, it didn't have to be, you know, a load of young people there. You know, an older gentleman can come and just be there for the music and the vibe and just feel that thing. And I turned to Tom that night and was like, that's going to be me.
For sure, for sure.
Graver.
And it's
Yeah.
nice because, like, for example, me, I go, like, every time I go there, I start saying hi to everyone. Like, it's like everyone know each other. Like, you already know, like, the people is getting in and everyone is saying hi.
They'll
Something
be
like
saying,
that.
"Is this person here? Have you seen them come in? Are they
Yes,
coming
why
yet?"
didn't come? Why didn't come today? What happened?
But yeah, it's like I know a lot of people like very well now, which is really cool to see like all the connection happening in the scene. And like we put a lot of soul into this project, and I think that's kind of the comparison to maybe some other events or bigger events is you might walk in there and all you feel is profit.
Right.
Yes.
Right? Like you're getting
Yeah.
sterile, just give me your money,
Yeah.
profit.
And-
For us, it's like we just want to do some fun shit.
Right. No, I get that. Yeah.
And also, the money thing, but also, personally, sometimes I get into a party that I just don't feel. I won't say welcome. Like I haven't never really experienced, but experience here in Toronto, like someone being rude with me or something like that. But
You get a
yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
It's not
Yeah, you
exactly.
just
not
don't
comfortable.
feel it,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just don't feel part of it.
Right.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day, the events, the people are just a fundamental part of the
Experience.
the,
Of
the, the
everything.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially with the ones that are coming, I always try like obviously some not great things have happened at other clubs within the city in terms of like drugs, security, you name it, it's all happened. So like I really try to tailor the space of like even how I present myself of you can always come get me. You can always tell me something. I'm your safe person there. If you don't feel okay, or if one of your friends isn't, like, tell me right away. And like, it's not going to be a space where you're going to get in shit or anything like that. We generally just want you to be safe, and people know that like they can kind of come to any one of us if something is happening. And like, for the most part, honestly, everybody has been pretty fucking amazing and like really sticking on like proper community guidelines without even having to say it.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
I try to keep myself within that event space as like safety person, basically. And that's my biggest thing with any events that we've ever even run outside of supermarket, whether it's Nomad, Sound Machine. I always want people that are coming to know that it is a safe space, and like, so they can recognize us and be like, I need to go to this person right now because something is happening.
Right.
And to feel comfortable actually asking for help.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happens a lot of the time at other events is they don't feel heard with their issues. They get ignored, and then they maybe won't get help when they need it, or they don't get it fast enough.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's important to have. Yeah, and it's great. Yes, if you're ever there, you always have someone to reach out to. So it's very important. Yeah, for sure.
Dance floor mama.
That's
So I think, I mean, as we go down the community vibe, I think, you know, one of the things you're doing, you know, before the community event is trying to coach people. But I think that's where I think our kind of partnership is, we're looking to kind of support more people. And I think one of the things I suppose we can chat about is how we're trying to incorporate lessons into our kind of ecosystem here.
Yeah. So that's the plan. Yeah, we want to start offering lessons through Sleepless, through our offering, and have sort of local instructors that could do DJ lessons, producing, and yeah, we might start to trial that offering over the next little while, and it's great to be able to offer that to the community as well now.
And you know, many of the DJs in community, like let's say me, I have been playing for a couple of years, some others as well, and you know, we are not huge, we are not, you know, we still have a lot to learn, but we are willing, we and I think many other DJs, because in this thing many people can book through Sleepless in order to, you know, if they want to give a class to someone that they want to, they can do so. They are gonna have the space. So you know, many people out there supporting the locals, maybe because there is something specific they like about them, some kind of mixing style or production style, production techniques. You know, maybe song, how do you say, like library
Track selection.
track selection, many things like that. So it's not, you can be very good on one topic and you can actually share that, you can actually help your fellows. You might not be the best in another thing, but another can be. And
Good at that, right?
that's
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm very open to help the DJs that want to get, you know, into production, into mixing, and, you know, learn from from them as well. But primarily is just that I feel that this space is also, it's a bilateral benefit, because, you know, it's good for me to teach.
Yeah.
You know, teaching you learn more.
Exactly.
And teaching, you know, this teaching verb, teach, means share, means knowledge, and, you know, that's the key for success in every field. So study, practice, learn from other people. So that's what actually I was thinking about the question that Rob says. You know, what are you looking this in a year? What are your expectations? And I think the best thing to see is just people uh, sharing music, sharing knowledge. You know, uh, that for me is nirvana.
Jeez. Santi the wise here. Santi the wise. Where's the wisdom? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that to Vivi too much.
So to let people know, coming, this month, what you'll be able to do is go into the Sleepless app and you'll see lessons. And based on these guys' availability, you can just book directly with them. And yeah, I mean, that's, I think, as Tom and I discussed this from the very beginning on our first episode, like, how do we want to see this place go? And it's exactly as Santi said, right? People, doing their co-working from here, they meet other people, they learn more, and it turns into like a community of sharing and, as knowledge, as Santi put it, knowledge.
Well, it's one of those things you always want to kind of surround yourself with people that you can
Yeah.
learn something from, right?
Right.
And use that to help grow yourself. Like have people in your kind of group that do something better than you do, because that's going to help you make that thing a little bit better. And maybe you'll go past that, the person that was kind of like your idol or like goal, and then you can keep growing from there. But you always want to surround yourself with people that you can learn from.
How have you found your career go, Meg, from as you've founded this? Have you found that it's really bolstered you up along your kind of DJ journey?
I mean, like, I invite myself to play sometimes, so not that often. And teaching for me, that always sharpens up my skills, because like I have to teach something in a proper way versus maybe some of my habits aren't that while I'm actually DJing. In terms of like events and like getting back out there for me as a DJ, and like getting a little bit more reach within everything, it's definitely given me like so much more than I could even ask for right now. And just having all these connections with everybody in the community, organizers,
It's
event
been
spaces
massive.
again.
Yeah.
Massive connections,
I feel really proud of a lot of the DJ babies too. Like the actual like baby ones that constantly want to know like how they can do better, or like just little things, which is kind of amazing. But yeah, I'm trying not. I like kind of my role where it is right now of
Right. where
Yeah.
you said-
coach, not trying to massively put myself out there as a DJ and just be like, that's all I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all kind of like the little pieces of everything coming together in like this really cool way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's great. You're the captain of your ship at the end of the day. So you steered in the direction you wanted to. So there we go.
Correct.
All right. So if you want to find out more about the lessons, make sure to follow us on all our socials, and or download the app and sign up. We'll be making announcements through there as well. We're still giving out all our new members 1 hour free. That won't last forever.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
It's coming to an end.
No,
Yes.
not soon, but at some point it will. So yeah,
So I think, I mean, like, we can be very open with it. Like, one, we with partnering with you guys as well, like, we've got to see the value for everyone that hour is important. And like for us now, it's about having more people join the community. But we're getting now that it needs to get to a point where there's enough people here so that when we're doing the free hour, people come down to the event and engage with the community as well. So yeah,
It's kind of the synergy of everything working together, right?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
exactly.
So a quick question. We're coming towards the end. Is there any things you want to kind of give a shout out? Like, are there any events you have coming up that you want to discuss? Obviously, there's the supermarket every Thursday. Is there anything else you want to let the folks know that you're working on?
June 29th.
June 29.
So we're going to be back at it again with a full industrial event at Sound Machine. So that one was our baby, and we couldn't be happier with like the turnout, the vibe, the sets.
Yeah.
What the
It
fuck,
was amazing.
Jimmy?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I lost my soul to her that night. I couldn't even DJ properly after that.
Actually, that night was wow.
So round two is coming June 29th.
June 29th.
Yeah, trying to poison everybody's mind with industrial violence.
Tickets available now or just at the door?
Nice.
We'll be doing an announcement,
Okay.
full announcement,
Sure.
probably within the end of the week, next week at some point.
Okay.
So
Watch
yeah,
this
it's going to
space.
be a fun
but-
one.
but-
And you need to stay tuned because
Yeah.
it's not the only one.
No,
Yeah.
not the only one. It's
And
it's the one that we have set.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
far.
More to come.
Yes.
And the point with with Techno Date presents and with the last Techno Dates presents that we did, we want people, and I think that's a goal we want to share, that we want people to join us, not for the names. Like we promise, we will do our best to bring quality music, but just come because of the space that we are trying to build, like a space that you can really, be yourself, and a space that we are gonna be very welcome with people,
Right.
with new people,
It's
anyone
more
who
about the experience.
Yeah.
That we want to
we
create.
want to create an experience that you say, I feel good. Left it all in the dance floor.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the
Love
next
that.
one. No matter which
Goosebumps shit.
artist is gonna come, no matter which local is gonna come, there is tons of quality in our locals, tons of quality in the big
We have an
DJs.
amazing locals, like
Yeah.
really
Lots of
amazing
talent.
locals.
Lots of talent, for
Yes.
sure. So with that, will we move on to our last segment then, Robin? We'll move on to the hot take wheel.
It's
Yeah.
the wheel.
The wheel, yeah.
Give it a spin. and
Yeah,
then-
so
I have been looking to that wheel the
yeah,
whole
so we'll just give it a quick
I
spin
don't- I
there.
don't think Taco Bell is
Quicker
one of
one?
the best.
Or yeah, whichever
Oh, that's
you want.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh,
Bacon, overrated.
I don't think so.
Is bacon overrated?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Well, it's hard. Which kind of bacon?
Sorry to the vegetarians and vegans out there.
It's the which kind of bacon do you guys prefer? That traditional over here, that streaky bacon, or like pea meal? The meatier bacon. What's your go-to?
Yeah, but how are we cooking it? Like, what are we?
Oh.
Are we eating in like a sandwich? Are we stack? Is it pea meal, bacon, cheese, and egg? Like, how
That is a
crazy are we
new
getting
one
with the
to me.
bacons?
That's
That
it.
The
is
question
new
was
one.
just about the bacon.
There's different types of bacon.
Well, pea meal bacon,
Yeah.
Canadian bacon, bacon,
And
Well,
bacon.
turkey bacon,
I don't like turkey bacon.
probably
No, not a huge
bacon.
turkey
Neither.
bacon fan.
Oh no, then in Ireland that we would have like what we call rashers. It's sort of like the meaty bit of the pea meal with the fatty bit at the end. It's kind of like a combination of the two of them.
Pretty good.
Like the belly.
No,
the-
it's almost like
pork
No.
belly.
they cut it the other, like streaky
Yeah, they
bacon is
cut it the
the
other way.
They cut it the other
backward.
way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And it still has like
So,
the meaty bit of the pea meal.
Is it
and,
healthier? No, it's the same thing.
It's probably the
I don't
same.
think that's how
I'm-
they make it healthier.
I mean the bacon here has like more fat. Is it or not? No.
I guess it's
I think
probably all not
any
great
kind
for
of the
you.
pig is not
Yeah.
healthy. No.
It's heavily salted as well.
Heavily salted. Yeah.
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
Salt is good for you though.
Especially
If you
after a
didn't
long
eat
day.
Minerals,
any other salt, but you eat a
electrolytes.
lot of salt.
Yeah. Shout out electrolytes. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. There's another episode done and dusted. Yeah,
Thank you,
make
guys.
sure thank you very much.
Thank you
so
for
Yeah.
much
having
for
us.
inviting us.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Yes.
It's been fun.
Yeah, make sure to check out everyone's socials, Techno Dates, Meg the Mon. What's your
My Pet
Oh no, so it's my pet monster. My,
My
DJ
Pet
name.
Monster. That's it. My
Yeah,
Pet
monster
Monster.
demons.
Monster.
I like to
essentially.
confuse
Yes.
people as much as possible. So
You can
Yep.
check out Techno Dates.
The community doesn't have a direct page or anything, does it? It's kind
no,
of
it
word
does
of mouth.
not.
Yeah.
No.
Word of mouth. Usually you can find community information like within my page, Techno Dates.